Vayehi Yitzchak ben 40 shana chulu, and Yitzchak was 40 years old. Hini berabos. Kan darish sefi dekra. Now in Medrash Rabbah here, it's towards the end of the pasuk. Rivka bas Besual harami chulu. That he took Rivka, the daughter of Besual, the harami, Achos Lavan harami, the sister to Lavan the harami. Rivka haisakesher shana ben hachochim. That Rivka was like a rose amongst the thorns. V'chein kasav or beParshas Achrei reish Parsha Chav Gimel b'Shir Hashirim al pasuk kesher shana ben hachochim. V'ni la'achar pasuk kesher shana ben hachochim chuluksi k'tapuach b'atzei hayar kin dodi. Now after the verse, like a rose amongst the thorns, it's written like an apple amongst the trees of the woods. So to my beloved, v'tapuach hu zer anpin. So the apple tree that's like Zah, Shekolol Megimel Gavanim Chagas, that's composed of 3 colors, Chesed Gvura Tiferes, V'yesh Botam, and it has a flavor, Shataimim Nimshachim Lo Mechochma Bina, that the flavors come from Chochma and Bina. V'yesh Boreach, and it has a smell, Hanimshach Bo Mikeser, that's drawn into it from Keser, like the Parshas explains in Erchekinuim on Tapuchim. Perhaps there's you could connect this to the different ideas of the Ara Dalad meaning as well. That the Tam comes from Chochma Bina and the Reach comes from Keser. And in order so that Yitzchak should be like the apple, since Rivka is like the rose, he had to be 40 years old. That's the 40 is composed of the 4 directions of the world, that each one is composed of 10. Adas nechlak lechesed v'gvura, and further because you have the 3 concepts of Chochma Bina Das, and the Das is divided into Chesed and into Gvura, so that's 4. Gam lahayir meben. So when Yitzchak took Rivka, so she was like the rose amongst the thorns, and he was like the apple amongst the trees. Also to awaken to the concept of 40 years old, to Bina, and from the concept of a person does not stand up upon the knowledge of their rabbi until 40 years, or could Peter Shashis of Parshas Kisava. So the 40 years for Yitzchak is when he reached the concept of Bina. Inyan Hora Isas of Perekamadov of Dikachavim Umazolos Daf Yud Beis. And concerning when a person reaches Hora, that he should be on the level to teach. And Va'ad Kamalo Higil Lehora Ad Arba'in Shnin, and until what age does a person not reach the age of teaching? That's 40 years. Vainu Mishanolad, that is 40 from when a person is born. And so what is Hora? That's the concept of Torah, and Torah, that's the concept of Shema, that purifies and elevates the sparks. So that concept is revealed when he's 40 years old. And so to Rivka was Shemban, and Yitzchak was Shema, that elevates and purifies. So he was the concept of Ma, which is Torah, Arbaim lehora. V'hai od me'inyan arbaim chalos de korban toda, and to awaken also to the 40 chalas of the korban toda, u'minyan arbaim yom merosh chodesh elul ad yom kippurim, and to the 40 days from Rosh Chodesh Elul until Yom Kippur, me'inyan sheshah Moshe bahar Sinai b'kabbalas HaTorah arbaim yom, and from the concept that Moshe waited on the mountain of Har Sinai by receiving the Torah 40 days. V'ayin b'lekutei Torah Parshas ki seitzei drush hasheni minyan mem detzelem b'chinas keser chochma bina das. And look what's brought in Lekutei Torah ki seitzei concerning the mem of Tselem, which is Keser Chochma Bina Das, the Makifim of Tselem. So that's also 40. Whereas Lamed, Tzadik and Lamed, Tzadik are 9 concepts Panimim, and Lamed is also a Makif. Further, like the pasuk in Hosea, I will be like dew to Israel, and flower like a rose. So it divides it into Israel and Shoshana. Just like here we have Yitzchak and Rivka, I guess. Ulefi Rivka, Haya Bechinas Keshoshana. And since Rivka was like the rose, so Yitzchak was also like the concept of dew, that tal, v'hainu ben arbaim, which is gematria, 40 chasarachas, which is a concept of ben arbaim, 40 years old. Tal shana v'yom echad chulu, he was 40 years in one day, not 39 years in one day chulu. B'lekutei Torah reish parshazu kasav. Gam ken ki Yitzchak v'Rivka hayu b'chinas Yisrael saba u'tvuna sheshneim bebina. Now in the Lekutei Torah, the beginning of this parsha, it says that Yitzchak and Rivka were Yisrael saba and tvuna, that both of them are in bina. Al kein haya ben arbaim, therefore he was 40 years old. Ki ben arbaim lebina, because 40 years old is a concept of bina. V'im kein bileidaso ben shishim. So if both of them are in bina, so when he gave birth at 60 years old, we can awaken to the concept of that both mem and samach, shishneim bebina, both of them are concepts in bina, a square makif and a circular makif, one inside the other. And then the nekuda be'emtza. Shishneim bebina, both of them are concepts in bina. Kenizka bezorah chelik beis reish Parshas Truma daf kuf kav zayin suf amud aleph amud beis ubeitz chaim shar hazivugim de bechinas mem stuma zeu in Yisrael saba v'tvuna. Then in Eitz Chaim it talks about how the closed mem is a concept of Yisrael saba and tvuna. Bechinas samach zeu in imay law, and the concept of the samach is the supernal mother of bina. So there are two concepts within bina. Hainu shisha rishonos keser chachma bina chesed v'gvura de bina. That is, the imay law is the first 6 sfiros within bina. Keser chachma bina das and chesed gvura v'lihiyos haolada nimshach dafka mikoach hayoser elyon. And the ability to give birth, to beget, comes specifically from the higher level in bina. Ki laholid neshamos chadashos nimshach dafka michud abba ve'ima. That the ability to give birth to souls, new souls, comes specifically from the union of chachma and bina, the supernal mother and father. Kemevor beyichud de kriya shema, like it's brought in the yichud of Shema. Alkein holid kishaya ben samachul. Alkein koholid kishaya ben samach, and that's why he beget. He had children when he was 60 years old. So I guess the lower levels of bina, the lower spheros, are the concept of Yisrael saba and tvuna. whereas the higher spheros would be Abba ve'ima, the concept of ima ilah.